Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome back, everyone. Today, I will talk about Didi Pal and the secret organization that started in countries we consider developed, like America and other European nations. This evil organization, known as the Ku Klux Klan, KKK, was created with a specific mission, similar to other groups like the Freemasons. In the same way, the KKK was formed in Europe, and especially in America, to spread a terrible idea called racism. Their main goal was to establish white people as superior to black people in society. They believed that white people were the best and that black and brown people were born to serve them. This organization secretly worked to promote white supremacy. Since the 1980s, the KKK has been active and well known among people. Its members continued their activities in secret until a few years ago. They were active in different places at different times, but their exact numbers were hard to determine. However, in March 2015, the US government investigated various locations, especially where many innocent people were killed without reason. After this investigation, the truth about the KKK came out. It was clear that they judged people based on their skin color and believed white people were the best. This evil organization spread across many states in America, hiding and operating in secret. Their actions showed how deeply rooted racism was in society. But their headquarters were in South America, from where this organization was controlled. They carried intense hatred in their hearts, especially toward African Americans and black people. They used clever tactics to harm black people, pushing them toward death. It is said that the KKK organization was formed and destroyed multiple times. The first time this organization came into existence was in 1865, but it fell apart a few years later, around 1872. The second time, it reappeared in 1915, but by 1946, it was dissolved again. The third time, it was re-established in 1946, and it still exists today. When it was first created, the exact number of members was unknown. The second time, it was said to have between 300,000 to 700,000 members. Currently, it is estimated that there are around 5,000 to 8,000 active members who work with other secret organizations. Some members are said to hold special positions within the American government. The organization was first formed in Pulaski, Tennessee in December 1865, and by mid-1872, it had grown significantly, just as the American Civil War was beginning. The KKK was inspired by the Freemasons and the Knights of Malta, who had some connection to the Freemasons. Viewers, this is the real truth about the KKK. They judged people based on skin color and believed in white supremacy, spreading hate and division in society. Their actions have left a dark mark on history. In the 17th and 18th centuries, black people were forced into slavery by white people. They were bought and sold like property and made to work as slaves. However, in 1866, black people were finally freed, meaning they were given the right to live freely and equally. A law was passed stating that no white person could keep a black person as a slave. After this law was passed, many white people who had spent money to buy slaves were furious. They struggled to accept that their former slaves could now live as equals. Even after the law, some white people continued to force black people into slavery, torturing and abusing them. Some were even killed to prevent them from rebelling. To justify their cruel actions, the KKK used every possible tactic. They created a pre-Civil War-like situation, pushing for laws that would force black people back into slavery and ensure they could never be equal to white people. If any black person opposed these laws, KKK members would torture them physically and mentally until they wished for death, and many were killed. In 1870, a report was published stating that the KKK had already killed around 2,000 black people. This led to widespread criticism and rebellion against the organization. Eventually, the KKK was declared a terrorist organization in America. Its members were arrested and the organization was shut down. Viewers, this is the harsh reality of how the KKK operated. spreading hate and violence to maintain racial inequality. Their actions remain a dark chapter in history. In 1872, the KKK was banned for the first time. However, in 1915, 16 members came together and revived the organization. This time, they made some changes, including creating a distinct uniform that you've seen throughout the video: white robes and cone-shaped hats. The white robes symbolized purity, and they claimed to work for love and justice. When the KKK returned in 1915, it came back in a much more dangerous form. At its peak, it had between 30,000 to 60,000 active members. Despite being labeled a terrorist organization, the KKK managed to regain power and influence. Around this time, a movie called The Birth of a Nation was released in America. This film glorified the KKK and portrayed their evil actions in a positive light, attracting many people to join the organization. As a result, the KKK grew rapidly and became even more powerful. However, over time, people began to understand the true evil intentions of the KKK. Many started leaving the organization. Then, in 1925, the KKK's leader was arrested for rape and murder, which severely weakened the group. The organization lost its balance and reputation in society, and by the mid-1940s, it fell apart again. In 1946, someone revived the KKK once more, and it still exists today. Its members continue to operate secretly, working with other evil and hidden organizations to spread their hateful ideology. Viewers, this is how the KKK managed to rise, fall, and rise again, leaving a trail of violence and division in its wake. Even today, it remains a dark shadow in history, reminding us of the dangers of hatred and racism. But the members of this organization are deeply connected to America's pride and power, which is why it has been impossible to completely eliminate them. Their mission is not only to target black people, but also to oppose Islam. Islam is the only religion that brings everyone together as equals, whether in prayer lines or during Hajj in Mecca. You may have seen Michael Jackson breaking the rules of the KKK in his famous dance video titled Black or White. The song's message was clear: don't judge me based on whether I'm black or white. Michael Jackson, who was also a black man, faced the ugly discrimination and hatred of this organization. His skin color changes over the years show how much he suffered from discrimination and ridicule. Through his music, he exposed the KKK and their hateful ideology. Today, I've shared this topic in detail with you. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel because I will bring more such hidden topics to light. Take care, stay healthy, and goodbye for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.